I've learned a lot of leadership skills, but I've also got to plan all of the school's greatest events.
The Overseas School of Colombo runs a dynamic experiential education program called the Week Without Walls. During this program, all secondary students go out to the far corners of the island and engage in learning. The classroom becomes the high mountain peaks, the raging rivers, and the ancient cities of the cultural triangles.
In grade 10, students begin to make choices in visual and performing arts and in humanities as a lead into the IB diploma.
So the arts are a very vibrant part of the community here at OSC, and through the practical study of music and visual art and drama, the students learn to be very good communicators and also to question their ideas. So we have many opportunities for performance here. We have concerts, both informal and formal, and also we have plays and assemblies and also art exhibitions. So it really is an essential part of a student's time here at OSC.
As a fully accredited school, the high school diploma is accepted by all US universities and colleges. Students in grades 9 to 12 accumulate credits towards successful completion of the OSC High School Diploma.
It's been almost a year since I moved to OSC, and through that time I've had so many new experiences. From joining a rock band to abseiling during IB orientation, it has truly brought me one step closer to becoming the person I want to be.
The IB Diploma program has been running successfully for over 20 years. It is seen by many universities worldwide as the best preparation for higher studies.
Our IB Diploma program is an academically challenging program that focuses on a depth and breadth of knowledge and understanding.
The opportunities and possibilities I've experienced here have made the stay truly worthwhile and educational.
Our students choose diploma program courses from 6 subject groups that include study in the areas of at least 2 different languages, individuals and societies, sciences, mathematics, and the arts. All of our students engage in a theory of knowledge course, reflective learning and creativity, activity, and service experiences, and most of our students undertake academic research in an extended essay.
At this stage, students also become more involved in community service. Friday afternoons are reserved for active community service projects that help engender the values of respect and caring. OSC has a full-time on-campus counselor to assist students with their university applications.
As a counselor, I assist our grades 11 and 12 students in choosing and applying to universities. To aid in this process, we host several prestigious university fairs. I also work with all of our students on their social and emotional development during the adolescent years, which can be challenging. Everyone at OSC wants all of our students to be prepared academically, socially, and emotionally as they move forward in their development.
In the last 5 years, OSC graduates have entered quality universities in over 15 countries. OSC is set on a purpose-built campus designed to create a natural setting for students living in a busy city. The campus is green, spacious, and calm. With 3 blocks of classrooms, including a standalone primary building, OSC enjoys first-rate specialist facilities. There are extensive IT areas, smart boardrooms, science laboratories, art studios, music practice rooms, an open-plan preschool, and a counseling office. To support the OSC holistic philosophy, it has excellent sports and performance facilities. There is a large grassed soccer pitch, double gymnasium with all facilities, including a climbing wall and a 25-meter swimming pool. OSC also offers weekly scuba diving lessons taught by a qualified diver. The state-of-the-art auditorium and studio theatre has a contemporary design with flexible seating, staging and lighting. This gives your child the opportunity for a range of creative performances, be it playing instruments, singing in choirs, acting in plays, or performing in musicals, the OSC child will be imbued with the hallmarks of a holistic education. The school also houses a well-equipped and comfortable library for primary and secondary school students. The library management system enables online search of the entire catalog of resources. Though IT is now integrated into the entire school through devices provided for kids in the primary and a bring-your-own-device system for secondary students, there is a dedicated IT lab for students to use along with related specializations. Art studios are active, creative places where students can work in many media, including clay and photography. Student work is displayed around the campus as a tribute to the creative flair which they possess. Physical education and sports play a vital role, and they all go towards rounding the student's education. The gymnasium's climbing wall is another unique area where children can gain this expertise and learn the art of wall climbing. A diverse range of cultural, educational and entertainment events dot the school calendar. These activities give not only the children but the parents and teachers opportunities to meet and exchange ideas or just have fun. The teaching faculty at OSC is fully qualified, with many holding advanced degrees. Professional development is extremely important at OSC, with significant portion of the budget spent on the professional development of teachers. OSC's main professional development is with the International Baccalaureate Organization. At OSC, the relationship between parents and students is a strong partnership. Parents are completely executing, making meaningful contributions. This gives parents an opportunity to see their children developing and excelling in a variety of activities which have an impact on both that is profound and meaningful. More than half a century of excellence in education, with students from 50 different countries and teachers from around the globe, OSC features a truly international learning environment that looks forward to the next 50 years of quality education. The Overseas School of Colombo, unity in diversity.
I'm from Canada. Bonjour. 안녕하십니까. I'm from India. Namaste. Howdy, mate. I'm from China. 你好. Hello. I come from Japan. Konnichiwa. Привет. Can I speak Swahili? Jambo. Komashita. My name is Analia Iboan.
For 6 decades, the Overseas School of Colombo has been successfully establishing a holistic approach to learning.
The motto of our school is unity and diversity. I think that very well sums up our view of education in a global society that we're living. Our students are empowered to become global citizens as they look ahead to the world, studying our International Baccalaureate program, which is designed for university admissions throughout the world. Our expectation is that our students will develop and create the abilities to offer positive leadership in the world society and in their home cultures as well. We develop a group of students who leave our school prepared to become citizens of the world.
Our mission is to develop the whole person, emphasizing personal and academic excellence, tolerance and responsibility within the framework of a culturally diverse and internationally accredited school. The heart of OSC is the International Baccalaureate philosophy that runs through every activity that takes place in the school. As an IB World School, there are 3 stages of education: the IB Primary Years Program, IB Middle Years Program, and IB Diploma Program. IB programs are clearly seen as the gold standard in international education and are taught in 1,500 schools in over 120 countries. OSC is the only IB World School in Sri Lanka. With students from almost 50 nationalities and teachers from around the globe, this is a truly international environment. The international spirit of OSC is reflected in the motto, Unity in Diversity. The IB Primary Years program begins in preschool, where a student's love of school and positive approach to learning begins. The class functions as a multi-age group for 3- and 4-year-old children. Through child-centered activities, these young learners are invited to explore, inquire, experiment, and imagine. The accent is education with a great deal of fun.
Primary school is a very exciting place to be, each and every day. We offer the Primary Years program starting with our 3-year-olds in preschool all the way up to grade 5. All of our parents, students, and teachers are very collaborative. You'll see them roaming around each and every day.
From the first tentative steps to more confident ones, the OSC Primary motivates young students to take great strides. The IB Primary Years program enables and encourages students to explore concepts, acquire skills, develop positive attitudes, and demonstrate understanding through action. The students work with specialist teachers in the areas of visual and performing arts, information technology, French, host nation studies, library skills, physical education, and swimming. Intensive teaching of English as second language is provided where required.
PE lessons at OSC follow the IB Middle Years and Primary Years program. We teach concept-based ideas and we encourage students to transfer skills and strategies from activity to activity. We take part in the International Schools Athletic Championships and Swimming Championships in Colombo, as well as 8 other sports throughout the region.
The secondary section of OSC covers grades 6 to 12. Here the students study mathematics, English, humanities, geography and history, science, modern language and technology.
OSC Secondary School is led by an excellent team of teachers who create a love of learning in our students and a welcoming environment. OSC students are outgoing, confident, diverse, and involved.
I've been here 11 years, and through that time, I met a whole bunch of people from a whole bunch of different countries, each with their own story to tell.
I've been at OSC for 3 years now, and I really appreciate all the academic and social opportunities offered by the school, letting each student achieve personal excellence.
I've been in the SGA, the Student Government Association, for 3 years now. I've learned a lot of leadership skills, but I've also got to plan all of the school's greatest events.
The Overseas School of Colombo runs a dynamic experiential education program called the Week Without Walls. During this program, all secondary students go out to the far corners of the island and engage in learning. The classroom becomes the high mountain peaks, the raging rivers, and the ancient cities of the Cultural Triangle.
In grade 10, students begin to make choices in visual and performing arts and in humanities as a lead into the IB diploma.
So the arts are a very vibrant part of the community here at OSC, and through the practical study of music and visual art and drama, the students learn to be very good communicators and also to question their ideas. So we have many opportunities for performance here. We have concerts, both informal and formal, And also we have plays and assemblies and also art exhibitions. So it really is an essential part of a student's time here at OSC.
As a fully accredited school, the high school diploma is accepted by all US universities and colleges. Students in grades 9 to 12 accumulate credits towards successful completion of the OSC high school diploma.
It's been almost an year since I moved to OSC, and through that time I've had so many new experiences. From joining a rock band to abseiling during IB orientation, it has truly brought me one step closer to becoming the person I want to be.
The IB Diploma program has been running successfully for over 20 years. It is seen by many universities worldwide as the best preparation for higher studies.
Our IB Diploma program is an academically challenging program that focuses on a depth and breadth of knowledge and understanding.
The opportunities and possibilities I've experienced here have made the stay truly worthwhile and educational.
Our students choose diploma program courses from 6 subject groups that include study in the areas of at least 2 different languages, individuals and societies, sciences, mathematics, and the arts. All of our students engage in a theory of knowledge course, reflective learning in creativity, activity, and service experiences, and most of our students undertake academic research in an extended essay.
At this stage, students also become more involved in community service. Friday afternoons are reserved for active community service projects that help engender the values of respect and caring. OSC has a full-time on-campus counselor to assist students with their university applications.
As a counselor, I assist our grades 11 and 12 students in choosing and applying to universities. To aid in this process, we host several prestigious university fairs. I also work with all of our students on their social and emotional development during the adolescent years, which can be challenging. Everyone at OSC wants all of our students to be prepared academically, socially, and emotionally as they move forward in their development.
In the last 5 years, OSC graduates have entered quality universities in over 15 countries.
We'll proceed to the canteen, where our graduates will form a reception line, and you will be able to congratulate them. Following the congratulations, we ask for a moment of quiet as Arnold Kuiper, Devin Cabay, and Sam Parkin cut the cake and Mr. Jocelyn proposes a toast. The photographer will be in the canteen to take pictures for those wishing to do so. He will also be at the graduation dinner. At the end of the ceremony, the graduates will leave first, followed by the teachers, parents, and then families and guests. So we're ready to begin. Please stand to welcome our OSC administration and faculty. They'll be followed by the flag bearers and then our graduates. welcome the Dance Troupe for the China Oakley Performing Arts Foundation to form the Human Lamp. Jocelyn, Mrs. Akbale, Ambassador Keshup, and Mr. Getter to light the human lamp. The 3 students who have attended OSC the longest are also invited to light the lamp. This year we invite Arnold Kuiper, who joined in 2007, along with Devin Cabe and Sam Parkin, who both joined in 2007. Typo. What year did you join? Arnold's 2004. Okay, come on up. A very warm thank you to the Chandler Performing Arts Foundation for being here today at graduation, and to Ms. Duncan for the band performance. Mr. Jocelyn, distinguished guests, members of the school board, parents, OSC faculty and students, friends, invited guests, graduating students, welcome to the Overseas School of Colombo graduation ceremony for the class of 2016. This day marks a moment of transition for these students and a chance to celebrate their personal and educational journey through school. They are each ready to begin a new stage of their lives as they shift into adulthood. This is also a poignant occasion for families. I hope you enjoy the ceremony. I would now like to invite our head of school, Mr. Jocelyn, to say a few words.
Graduates, parents, honored guests, it's my distinct pleasure to welcome you this evening as we celebrate the graduation of the class of 2016. The class of 2016 represents 15 different nationalities. They've been described to me as a class that is diverse in passions, interests, and opinions. They are very willing to debate, some may say argue, their opinions. At the end of the day, they come together as a group and they support one another as colleagues. I don't often have the opportunity to work directly with students, as I once did when I began my career as a teacher. Unfortunately, my current job description tends to move me a little further from my passion for teaching. As a result, I tend to look for any opportunity possible to offer our students a few words or suggestions for their consideration. My scheduled few words of welcome here at graduation has put me in front of the class of 2016 and thus allowed me the chance to offer a few brief words of what I hope they may see as wisdom, or at least a good attempt at wisdom. Before they turn their tassels in acknowledgement of leaving the world of secondary education, I would like to suggest that hearing a bit about your individual plans for the coming year, I've noted a wide range of interests and goals. Many of you are headed directly to colleges and universities all around the world. Some of you are taking a gap year or gap semester to explore your passions before jumping back into the structured formal education. However, I have little doubt that no matter the plans or the goals you have set for yourselves, each of you will, at some point, find yourself facing some adversity in your path. Some event, some issue, some unexpected turn of events that will challenge your resilience and make you question your ability to fully reach those goals. That is what happens in life. Adversity can be a challenge to your balance and self-perception, or it can be a challenge that helps you grow. Good steel requires the challenge of a tempering fire to produce the fine edge needed for a good blade. I believe that adversity in life should also be seen as a positive tampering of the steel of your determination for success in whatever you choose to do. In education these days, this ability to learn from adversity and stay focused on your goals is seen as a very important element of personal growth. And it is one of the qualities I hope you'll be able to draw upon as you move to your next set of challenges and goals. The ability to dig deep in your self-confidence and to prevail in the face of adversity is often referred to as grit. I particularly like this concept. Grit is a hard polishing substance often used to bring out the best shine in a gemstone. Overcoming adversity to reach your goals is a very important element in learning how to succeed. As our esteemed math teacher, Mr. De Silva, likes to suggest to our new scholarship students, the renowned scientist and inventor Thomas Edison once said, "I have never failed. I have just found 10,000 ways that won't work." Sticking to your goal in the face of 10,000 ways that will not work shows determination and grit. To further illustrate this point for you, I want to read a short parable. I ask you to consider the lesson and try to remember, in the face of the inevitable adversity, to be the bean. This is the story of carrots, eggs, and coffee. A young girl went to her grandmother and told her about her life and how things were so hard for her. She did not know how she was going to make it and wanted to give up. She was tired of fighting and struggling. It seemed that as one problem was solved, a new one arose. Her grandmother took her to the kitchen. She filled 3 pots with water and placed each one on a high fire. Soon the pots came to boil. In the first, she placed carrots. In the second, she placed eggs. In the last, she placed ground coffee beans. She let them sit and boil without saying a word. In about 20 minutes, she turned to the burners. She turned off the burners. She fished the carrots out, placed them in a bowl. Then she pulled the eggs out, laid them on the table. Then she ladled the coffee out and placed it in a bowl. Turning to her granddaughter, she asked, "Tell me, what do you see?" "Carrots, eggs, coffee," the young girl replied. The grandmother brought her closer and asked her to feel the carrots. She did and noted that they were soft. She then asked her to take an egg and break it. After pulling off the shell, she observed the hard-boiled egg. Finally, she asked her to sip the coffee. The granddaughter smiled, and as she tasted the rich aroma, the granddaughter then asked, "What does it mean, grandmother?" Her grandmother explained that each of these obstacles, each of these objects, had faced the same adversity, boiling water, but each had reacted differently. The carrot went in strong, hard, and unrelenting. However, after being subjected to boiling water, it softened and became weak. The egg had been fragile, and its thin outer shell had protected its liquid interior, but after sitting through boiling water, its inside became hardened. The ground coffee beans were unique, however. After they were in the boiling water, they had changed the water. "Which are you?" the grandmother asked of her granddaughter. "When adversity knocks on your door, how do you respond? Are you a carrot, an egg, or a coffee bean? Think of this. Which am I? Am I the carrot that seems strong, but with pain and adversity do I wilt and become soft and lose my strength? Am I the egg that starts with a malleable heart, but changes with the heat? Did I have a fluid spirit, but at a death at breakup or a financial hardship? Does my shell look the same, but on the inside I am bitter and tough with a stiff spirit and a hardened heart? Or am I like the coffee bean? The bean actually changes the hot water, the very circumstance that brings pain. When the water gets hot, it releases the fragrance and the flavor. If you are like the bean, when things are at their worst, you get better and change the situation around you. When the hours are the darkest and the trials are the greatest, you elevate to another level. When adversity strikes, I advise you to remember to be the bean. And I have one more message to you parents. The parents of these graduates, I'd like to acknowledge the emotional challenges many of you will be facing as your graduates move off to their post-OSC life. Some of you have previous experience in watching your children head off on their next adventure. Some have not. But in either case, it is an emotional time of change in your lives as well. In closing, I'd like to offer you some thoughts from the Lebanese artist and poet Khalil Gibran as he writes on children in his book entitled The Prophet. Your children are not your children. They are the sons and daughters of life's longing for itself. They come through you, but not from you. And though they are with you, yet they belong not to you. You may give them your love, but not your thoughts, for they have their own thoughts. You may house their bodies, but not their souls, for their souls dwell in the house of tomorrow, which you cannot visit, not even in your dreams. You may strive to be like them, but seek not to make them like you. For life goes not backwards, nor tarries with yesterday. You are the bows from which your children, as living arrows, are sent forth. The archer sees his mark upon the path of an infinitive, and he bends you with his might, that his arrows may go swift and far. Let your bending in the archer's hand be for gladness, for even as he loves the arrow that flies, he so also loves the bow that is stable. Graduation can be an emotional time for all parents. So many hopes and dreams lead to this particular point of transition. I think one of the more difficult aspects of being a parent is knowing emotionally that after nearly 18 years of shaping and forming with love, it is now time for your arrow to fly. I encourage you to have the confidence that you have crafted that arrow well, and that in your love and support, you have given it the ability to fly true and hit its mark. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Jocelyn. I would now like to invite our school board chair, Mrs. Akbar Ali, to say a few words on behalf of the board.
It's a bit lower. Ms. Jocelyn, honoured guests, members of the faculty, seniors, parents, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. On behalf of the board, I'd like to welcome you here this afternoon. The board takes great pleasure in congratulating these 26 young men and women we see on the stage here today. This year, for the last time, I'm speaking to you as more than a board member. My daughter Jamila and my nephew Taha are here on the stage today, so I know what a truly special and significant day it is. Seniors, this day is the culmination of a grueling 2 years. We commend your relentless dedication, your commitment, and your perseverance, and are duly proud of you. All the hard work has hopefully paid off, and now you can breathe a sigh of relief, or at least until the results come out. That's for all of us. Parents, and I'm one of you, I know how it is to patiently support an increasingly stressed senior through this ordeal. I'd like to acknowledge everything that you do in standing by your senior and helping them get through this tough 2 years. As your young ones leave the nest to affirm their independence, it'll be another difficult and learning. Our faculty is of the highest caliber, as are the administration and support staff. I'd like to extend my gratitude to all the members of the faculty and the school leadership for your untiring commitment to this batch of graduates. These 26 driven young men and women are ready to face the world and meet the next phase of their lives, armed with the knowledge and the good sense which you have helped impart in them. This school year has been the second for our head of school, Phil Jocelyn. Phil has been a visible force in all areas of the school, leading with his unique, compassionate style. He always has the interests of the students first, and as a board, we feel fortunate to have a leader of Phil's quality at the helm of the school. Seniors, now it's time to leave OSC and to move on, be it to university, the workplace, or even a gap year. I urge you to take all that OSC has given you and use it for your advancement. In the next stage of your lives, you'll discover a newfound freedom and enormous independence. I wish you the foresight and the fortitude to learn from your mistakes and the courage to move forward. I wish you happiness and I wish you success. Congratulations, class of 2016.
Thank you, Mrs. Akbale. It's now time for our graduation address. This year we are honored to have Ambassador Atul Keshav, United States Ambassador to Sri Lanka and the Maldives, as our graduation speaker. He's also the father of one of our graduates. Ambassador?
Class of 2016, good afternoon. I think they're asleep. Good afternoon, class of 2016. Good afternoon. Oh, they're waking up. Good afternoon, you guys. Good afternoon. All right, okay, they're here. The other day, I was in Trincomalee. I worked all day, and I got to my room at around 10 o'clock at night, and as I was closing my door, my bodyguard's watching me. The door shuts, and as soon as I close the door, all of a sudden I'm attacked. And I'm screaming and yelling, and there's something on my head, and I'm freaking out, and the bodyguard is hammering on the door and saying, "What's going on? What's going on?" And I open the door and I say, "Oh, it was just a gecko. It fell on my head." Bodyguard relaxes, I relax. I thought about it, and I said, you know, it was just a little tiny gecko. And it freaked me out. It moved my entire world for about 30 seconds. Class of 2016, you are also little geckos right now. But at the end of this ceremony today, you are going to be grown-ups, going into the world to rock the world. And I want you to do me a favor. In gratitude to all of your mothers who changed your diapers, in gratitude to all of the times they wiped your tears, in gratitude for all of the times that they dispensed homilies and advice around the dining room table, I ask you please to stand up and give your parents and your grandparents and your siblings and all your families a big round of applause. And for all the wisdom that your teachers gave you, in the grand tradition of the Guru Dakshina, I want you to give your teachers a very big round of applause. Thank you very much. I don't know why the school invited me to speak. I think perhaps they wanted me to redeem myself after the last speech I gave here, where I went on and on about elephant poop. So I'm going to try to do better today, and there will be no further references to elephant poo in my speech. The purpose of a commencement speaker is to be quick, to dispense wisdom, to be a little bit funny, and to be utterly forgettable. So I'll try to do all of those things and be on my way so that you can enjoy the stars of the show. The fact of the matter is, I don't know what qualifies me to give you wisdom, you young people who will inherit the world, as Director Jocelyn so eloquently put it, quoting Khalil Gibran. So some of these pearls of wisdom are stolen from the internet. Some of them might even come from experiences in my past. I hope they're useful to you as you plan your young lives out at college or whatever it is you plan to do. First of all, I invite you to cultivate politeness and respect, as they are the hallmarks of cultured people. Liberally sprinkle your lives with please, thank you, sir, and ma'am, for they will mark you as a person of good breeding and help you to get that internship, to help you ace that class, to help you get that job, and to secure for you that next date. William of Wykeham said 500 years ago, manners maketh man. Today, I think he would agree, manners maketh woman as well. I want you all to have fun, but I don't want you to hurt other people. Remember to have fun, but don't take it to excess. Remember that great mantra I learned in college. 1 tequila, 2 tequila, 3 tequila, floor. Remember that one at least. I invite you to take care of the body that you have. It has to last at least 60 more years. So I ask you to treat cheeseburgers with a very wary respect. And I ask you not to eat too many Twinkies in your 20s. Remember that all is fair in love and war, but learn to say sorry if you hurt someone. This is doubly true if you heart someone. Remember, many marriages begin in college. Mine sure did 25 years ago. Don't mouth off to the cops. They will not appreciate your Jedi-level sarcasm skills. And they lack patience for entitled college kids wearing selections from the Vineyard Vines catalog. Soak up knowledge and wisdom. Join Thomas Jefferson's natural aristocracy, the bases of which, he said, are virtue and talent. Then take on the obligation and joy of service to others. As the Gospel of Luke says, for unto whomsoever much is given, of him shall be much required. Here's some more advice given by your mother, or Carolyn's mother. No tattoos. You are already perfect. And Winnie the Pooh tattoos look terrible on 80-year-olds. I ask you to learn to think and to evaluate and to weigh lines of argument and inquiry. Learn to engage in the contest and struggle and collaboration of intellectual pursuits. Exercise your brain by trying to see ideas and concepts through the ideas and perspectives of others. Challenge your assumptions. Benjamin Franklin said, an investment in knowledge pays the best interest. I hope you will invest heavily and save. Look both ways when you cross the street at 3 a.m. after the rave winds down, and keep your wits about you when you get in a taxi on the way home. Understand personal finance. You should know what a truth in lending disclosure is. Understand tax law, money and banking. And again, I say to you, look twice when you cross the street, lest you get hit by the bus of usurious credit card interest or the predations of the dodgy financial advisor. Here's another one from all of your mothers. Never party on balconies. Red Solo cups and tall building balconies do not mix. Seek wisdom from teachers and wise beings. They come in many garbs and guises. Subscribe to the Humans of New York webpage to have some of that wisdom delivered to your inbox. I'll never forget one of the photos on that page. Brandon Stanton was in India, and he ran into a fella and he said, what words of advice would you give to a large group of people? And mind you, Brandon has something like 20 million people who follow his page. And the guy looked right at the camera and said, Feed your children with rice that has been earned honestly, and they will grow up to be honest. I thought, wow, amazing advice from some random guy on the street. Work hard, strive to succeed, but also find time to unplug from the rat race of the internet. As John Muir said, keep close to nature's heart and break clear away once in a while and climb a mountain or spend a week in the woods. Wash your spirit clean. I'll give you some advice from my home state of Virginia. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Some advice comes from kindergarten. Clean up your own mess. It is the secret to happy roommates and one day a happy marriage. Strive to lead a meaningful life. What's important to you? A Mercedes-Benz or some deeper satisfaction? Only you will know. I invite you to hoard experiences, not things. Things lead to baggage. Travel. The world is a book, and those who do not travel read only one page. St. Augustine of Hippo. Travel is fatal to prejudice, bigotry, and narrow-mindedness. Mark Twain. With studies, exams, deadlines, social stress, mortgages, and career stress, cynicism can come quickly. But holding on to a childlike sense of wonder and gratitude for the marvels of our world is the key to lasting happiness. Cherish every sunset as a gift. Contribute to the evolution of humanity, even as you yourself evolve as a human being. Cultivate and preserve love in your heart for all beings, including yourself. Be mindful of that ancient Sanskrit mantra, Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. May all beings everywhere be happy and free. And may the thoughts, words, and actions of my own life contribute in some way to that happiness and to that freedom for all. So, in concluding my brief remarks, graduates, I say unto you in words with which you may have some familiarity, jump and jive, look alive, you have arrived. Now go forth from this place, do great things, make your families, teachers, and humanity proud of you, and enjoy this moment, and congratulations. Thank you all very much.
Thank you, Ambassador Keshav. I would now like to introduce our first musical performance, the song Forever Young by Alphabetville, performed by our soon-to-be graduates.
Let's dance in style, let's dance for a while. Never get away, we're only watching the signs. Hoping for the best, but expecting the worst. Are you gonna drop the bomb or not?
Let us die young, or let us live forever. We don't have the power, but we'll never say assembling.
Can you imagine what the stage one? Turn up all the faces into the sun, praising our leaders for getting in tune. The music's played by the madman.
Forever young, I wanna be forever young. Do you really want to live forever, forever or never?
Forever young, I want to be forever young. Do you really want to live forever, forever and ever?
Some are like water, some are like the heat. Some are the melody, some are the beat. Sooner or later they'll all be gone, but don't be scared.
It's hard to get old without a cause. I don't wanna perish like a fading horse. Youth is like diamonds in the sun, and diamonds are for forever.
So many adventures could happen today. So many songs we forgot to play. So many dreams singing out in the blue. We'll let them come true.
Forever young, I want to be
Forever young. Do you really want to live forever, forever and ever? Forever young. I wanna be forever young. Do you really want to live forever, forever, forever young?
Thank you, seniors, for that song. I now invite Mr. Philip Jocelyn, head of school, to the podium to present the Critical Thinker Award and the Valedictorian Awards.
The Critical Thinker Award goes to a student who has demonstrated that they can imagine different solutions to a problem, seeks out and understands different points of view, does not accept ideas at face value, is intellectually curious, does not give up when solutions are not readily apparent, challenges self and others in giving and solving problems, makes use of symbolic expressions through language, art, music, dance, or drama, uses humor and thinking process, and is not afraid to have an opinion that is different to others. This year, the award goes to a student who is truly original in her thinking and writings. She is intellectually curious in a wide range of topics, in and out of the classroom, which results in her being well-read in various subjects. Her contributions have expanded the range of ideas under discussion, adding interest and possibilities. Her theory of knowledge presentation addressed the roles of translation in art in various levels. She uses humor in her thinking and marches to her own drummer. Please join me in congratulating the critical thinker for this year, Ala Link Walker. The Valedictorian Award goes to the student who had the highest grade point at total throughout grades 11 and 12. This year, we actually are pleased to recognize 2 outstanding students in this category. Please join me in congratulating the valedictorians for the class of 2016, Nandini Halak and Nasila Sahib. I would also like to invite Nandini and Nasila to give the valedictorian address.
I had a dream, but on the 18th of this month, it turned into a nightmare when Ms. Noble called Nandini and myself into her office to tell us we were valedictorians for today's function. Don't get me wrong, we're honored to be here, but seriously, I'm the kid that no one can hear, and Nandini's the one who hates public speaking.
And the board pessimist.
The IB pushes us to terrifying tasks, taking us through the mazes of internal assessments, extended essay, and our personal projects back in 9th grade. This speech is one of our final challenges at OSC, other than obtaining the IB diploma. It's almost as if IB won't let us go. Or maybe we can't let go of IB. We've come a long way, and we've seen each other grow.
Usually in height.
Through the course, we've learned and evolved, and this address is a collection of some of our learnings. I recall a few weeks ago when some of you, including myself, were at our breaking points. Now we are here, post-exam, post-IB, awaiting the future.
Ready to finally get out of here?
We now have some time to relax and enjoy ourselves, and during that time of relaxation, we encourage you to reflect upon the thoughts that 2 confused and naive people are going to tell you. A valedictorian speech is meant to be inspirational, enlightening, engaging, all of the things that you're not going to find here.
So if you have anything important to do for the next 3 minutes, you can go ahead. That's fine.
We are still young.
No offense to intended towards teachers and parents.
And still in the process of learning. But the last few years have taught us a few things. Maybe more things, but we've probably forgotten them since our exams. The syllabus has taught us quite a lot, but there are a few life lessons here and there. And we think that there are some that are worth mentioning. One for each year we spent in grade school.
12.
In case you didn't know. A few nights ago, I had a dream about a new SL Math Paper 3. Yeah, it's funny because there is no Math SL Paper 3 at the moment. If it wasn't for the absence of textbooks, I would have spent a few hours studying. Fortunately, I woke up. Lesson number 1, wake up, relax, and sometimes just let go. Trust me, this will be useful. Waking up in a cold sweat wondering about our TOK essays will most likely be a common occurrence in the near future. Take one obstacle at a time, but also learn how to multitask and overcome such obstacles. I remember trying to figure out internal assessment ideas before they were even assigned to us. I realized I couldn't develop one because I hadn't learned what I needed to in order to do so. Many of you might not be crazy enough to overthink things the way that I do, but I learned how to pace myself. I also learned that considering we're in the IB, we have more than one IA to complete. And if you've only completed one IA, I'm truly concerned.
In the last 2 years, we saw some of our classmates change their course subjects because they were not happy with their existing subject selection. Whatever their reason was, I can sympathize, but life and work isn't always fun and easy. It is often dull and stressful, and we might not have the choice to change. Sometimes we cannot compromise and have to deal with it, even if it's TOK. However, even if it is difficult to change, we should still follow our own goals. Think back to 2 years ago. How did you respond when asked about your future career plans? Did you decide on your own, or were you influenced? Try to do something in life that interests you and hopefully pays enough for your desired lifestyle. Be it a millionaire or a hermit living in a cave. My choice. Do not do something you hate, even if your parents want you to. Sorry, parents.
We all strive to be unique, but the truth is that we already are. There is no average, no standard. We are all capable. Some of us athletic, artistic, mathematical. Now that doesn't mean that you can't be any of these things if you try hard enough. The problem is that we begin to compare ourselves to others with criteria that don't apply. We grow at different paces. We all think differently. And it is this diversity that makes relationships worthwhile.
Despite the diversity in our grade, no one took the opportunity to murder each other for cultural grounds. On the contrary, we have learned a lot about each other's culture, values and beliefs. Another benefit of having such a diverse grade is that you can learn how to swear in many different languages. Many of us have spent the first year of a subject getting 6s and 7s only, only to find that the only reason for this was that the teacher was being easy on us in the first year. We soon discovered that our work during DP1 was definitely not worth a 6 or a 7. We should not let our achievements get to our heads. We have worked hard, but so has everybody else, and in different ways. Take pride in what you do and respect others for their individuality.
I have classmates tell me that they couldn't take art because they couldn't draw. During my time here at OSC, I learned not to be brought down by what you cannot do. Not only embrace your natural talent, but understand that hard work can trump all. Although not all might want Trump. Don't learn from only your mistakes. People have taught us to not worry about making mistakes because we will learn from them. But we forget that our successes have taught us as much as the horrible, horrible mistakes of the past. For example, we learned on our DP orientation trip in Borderlands to not fall off the waterfall because you will be too dead to learn from that mistake.
Another thing we learned during the IB was to pace ourselves and save up energy for those last-minute, late-night workloads before class deadline, usually after an extended period of procrastination. For example, when we came back from enjoying a month of summer, we had to rush to finish our extended essay draft the day before it was due at the start of 12th grade. No matter what our future jobs might be, we will still have to work with people who we sometimes might not be compatible with. Our Group 4 projects were very chaotic and at times frustrating, since students from different sciences had to cooperate on one big project. Nevertheless, cooperation allowed us to widen our outlook and allows ideas to flow so that innovative solutions could be found.
During the past few days, we realized that writing an essay is quite different from writing a valedictorian speech. I should have attended the class that taught this to us, right? Be prepared for challenges for which the school has not prepared you. Don't worry, there aren't that many.
Just taxes, banking, laundry, living. At this point, we, the class of 2016, would like to express our thanks to the parents, teachers, and advisors who have helped us through these years in their own ways. Our thanks also goes to all of the OSC staff, the guards who made sure it was us and not some imposter, and the maintain staff who did a major cleanup job after our last senior prank, as well as the canteen for letting us drop tabs equivalent to our expected annual incomes.
A final piece of advice, and for those of you who kept tab, this is the 13th, forgive me. Learn from both outside and inside school. Don't work too hard on your grades. Enjoy life. Because if you do get high grades, you will end up here giving the next valedictorian speech. Thank you. Thank you very much. That was perfect. Our next speaker of the afternoon has been selected by his fellow graduates to speak on their behalf. Please welcome Arnold Kuiper to the podium.
Hello everybody. Ladies and gentlemen, students, teachers, parents, and the graduating class of 2016, welcome to the graduation ceremony. I would like to start off by thanking my fellow classmates for electing me to speak on their behalf. It's truly a big honor for me. Thanks a lot, guys. Since it is such an important day today. For those of you who do not know me, my name is Arnold, and I have been here at OSC for 13 years. I feel that is a long time. This adds up to more than 19,000 hours of time I spent in school, walking hallways, sitting and sleeping in class, as well as playing on the football field. I've met many interesting people at my time at OSC, and many have come and gone. And although I'm disappointed to say that some of them are not here with me today, as well as some of the teachers that are not here, apart from Ms. Jerry, who I see has returned for this special moment. I'm certain in saying that there is no other group of individuals I'd rather be graduating with, or share this moment with. Together we started from the bottom and now we're here. Being part of this group of students is like being part of a big family. We as a group have shared some great moments together, from SISA events to field trips, and even ones we planned ourselves. For example, a few months ago we took a trip down to Mirsa Beach, and we had the time of our lives, and that was until the final bill arrived. So I guess you say we stuck together through thick and through thin, which coincidentally was also the side of our wallets at the end of the trip. I would like to say something about each person up here, but then we'd be here all day, and I know you guys really want to graduate, so I'll keep it short. So to do this, I divided the class up into little groups, the stereotypes. I know they're not the best, but they work in this situation. So the first group that I've created is what I like to call the Dota Squad. For those of you who don't know what Dota is, it is a computer game designed especially to waste your time. However, the people that belong to this group are some of the best problem solvers I know, and I know they'll be great in the future. Second, we have the Sports Club. Although most people in grade 12 do sports thanks to Mr. Lockwood's rigorous CAST program, this group of people do sports not because it's mandatory, but because they're passionate about it. And not only are they some of the best athletes OSC has ever seen, proof of which is on the multiple gold medals, silver, and bronze they've achieved across many sports, but they also have that certain something that sets them apart from other people, a certain flair that's undescribable. Lastly, there's the Art and Music Club. This is the biggest group in OSC. There are many talented people here and very creative people, so creative that we've managed to think of our own language. Yopo. They're generally the creative ones, and they get inspiration from everything in our day-to-day lives. If you've been to one of our music exhibitions, art exhibitions, or theater performance, I'll basically let their work speak for themselves. For those of you who haven't seen it, you're missing out. Now, as you've heard, we truly are a talented young group of people. And I know for sure that I'm going to miss seeing your faces early morning at 7:30. But I also know no matter where you are in the world, you'll all be the life of the party, especially Yoonwoo. I would like to conclude by saying thank you to all our teachers and parents, and farewell to my friends. I wish you all the best in life wherever you may end up, but I also want you to be cautious, because in today's world with global warming melting the ice caps, ice is knocking on our back door, and Ebola just around the corner. We have to stick together more than ever, and luckily in this world filled with social media and Facebook and other forms of communication, I think it's going to be possible. I hope to see you all at the 10-year reunion, which I'm sure Pirna will organize for us. Thank you very much.
have a musical performance by our grade 12 students entitled The Summer of '69 by Brian Adams. Take a moment to compose yourselves. This is the big part next. It's now time for the presentation of the graduation diplomas. Mr. Jocelyn and Ms. Zach Browley, please step forward to hand out the diplomas. Mr. Getter will read the names of the graduates.
Okay, we'll start off with Jamila Akbar Ali. Taha Akbar Ali. Nella Alivihare. Amruta Behera. Yun Bin Cho. Prema Das. Yanis Grimm. Nandini Hanak. Yaman Ibrahim. Carla Hubert. Devin Kabai. Carolyn Keshup. Sho Kubota. Arnold Kuiper. Yunlu Lee. Alo Sophia Lankwalker. Rishika Narayanan. Samuel Parkin. Charulata Pitigala. Shakti Pania. Nisana Sahib. Muhammad Hassan Zaki Samsudin. Elizabeth Schwabe. Alexander Smatkin. Anya Umersakova. Jin Min Yi.
Thank you, Mrs. Akbarali, Mr. Ketters, Mr. Jocelyn. OSC grade 12 students, please stand. Turn your tassels. You are now officially graduates. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the class of 2016. Audience, please rise for the class of 2016.
Thank you.